Yeah.
We got search and destroy now. We should be.
Can I be a B?
If you keep improving now, if you give some good calls in this next search and destroy,
So many things.
we will see. But
so many things.
Fringe search and destroy, we should be good to go. Remember, same bands that protect, same specialists as well. Just had to get the armor all set up.
Blame
no
enable.
further, no
blame
further
enable.
issues. So now we should be good to go. CLG going to be watching them off the start, and already they are up 1-0 in the series. If you are just tuning in, FaZe having them out to come back in this one. Get it underway.
All right, folks, here we go. It's time for some search and destroy on Fringe. Probably my favorite map in the entire rotation. I think this map, it just offers so much diversity in your approaches. It's fantastic, but Perplex ends up getting hit with that EMP, so now he's going to have to back away and pretty much give away this room here. And now BL Fire and Perplex are going to be the only ones up. Methods and Felony go right away, and they're looking to make this rotation over here by the A site. I love Enable's perspective here. His view, he's pretty much blocking that mid lane. Now BL Fire, he has to worry about this player around the corner here, but if he finds Enable and identifies him, as he does, huge kill there for BL Fire, but he cannot get away in time because Attach is going to be there with a headshot. Now Perplex, they know exactly what they want to do. I mean, they pretty much guarded B this whole time. They're like, he's either by Grandma's or A's, or A bomb site. A has just been planted. Now it's time to see what Perplex can do in this 1v3.
You can see they're kind of limiting the amount of options that Perplex can wind up having. This could be one of the best things that could happen to him right now as he
has to be careful when he goes in through the door.
Up. He's got one player just fronting on the site. He sees this player, gets the one gunfight.
He has to get out.
Trying to get out of the way. He does just that. Beautiful ledge boost there to help kind of speed up his movement for a quick second. Still getting shot from sight. Almost turns and burns on Zuma, but it's not going to happen. A 3-0 start for Zuma. Not only does he get 3 kills, he'll get the bomb defused. That'll earn himself the HC. That's basically a perfect start for FaZe in round number 1. He's already 3/4 of the way over to his overclock.
Now, what have been the tendencies when using the HC, right? Like, has it been more of a offensive thing for scouting, or what have been the players in CWL been doing recently?
Probably I'd say 75 to 80% of the time it's used offensively. Now, the third-person view it gives you, where it outlines the kind of opponents in red, lets you know, hey, here's 2 players here. You can go up next to a wall, spot where the players are, give your team the peeker's advantage instead of your AR player having to clear 3 or 4 spots as he peeks a window. He now knows, hey, he's in this back alley area on top of the crates. Let me go peek him, get the quick shots on him. They also use it as a distraction tool, right? And here's something to point out. The Locust comes in from Attach, and he hits the perfect cross-map snipe on Perplex. Happy to see this weapon be brought out. You can see he's also got the VMP as well. Good use of overkill. That's actually shots coming in from Felony over the wall near from Auto. So FaZe with first blood, and there's a second as well from Attach, showing why he's a part of FaZe clan here with the sniper.
There you go, man. Hit that 360 no-scope YY last stall. Not going to make that shot happen, though, but Zuma's going to be there for the connection on Felony. That means BL Fire, all by his lonesome. Looking to make some plays in a 1v3 yet again. He's able to get the 1 kill on Zuma. Now looking around. Can he clutch it? No. As FaZe will go up 2-0 against CLG here.
Felony, known for his kind of S&D prowess there, just went soaring across top middle, and Zuma basically said, okay, thanks for the free kill there. Quick look at FaZe in the booth. You can see calm, cool, and collected, having to come back from this 1-0 deficit. Remember, this is a best of 7. FaZe now up 2-0, and you love that decision from Attach, right? Players needing to know when to pull out the sniper, when to pull it away, put it away. Sorry, and
he's keeping it. He's keeping it for the defensive side too. I love this, right? This is exactly what we talked about before, right? How this actually opens up lanes so much for you, and now they know. They saw the body just fly over, and this player is going to be so cautious. But that wall run exposes you so much. Perplex is able to come out on top. And see what Felony's going to do.
There's the downside of wall running right there, right? You see Zuma pushes all the way up, gets there so fast, no trade coming in.
Would you have busted out the Locust on that situation?
I mean, that's
risky.
Talk about a tough spot to hit, but in this time, Enable has found a little hole in the kind of offensive plan of CLG. Gets himself in a solid position to even back out the numbers. Now still trying to stay alive. One person, though, further back behind him. He'll get the kill. Clayster, though, trades it back out, and that's a huge kill by Clayster right there. Winds up evening the numbers. He'll rotate right back. Like, look at this decision. Gets right back near his teammate. And they'll wind up working together, both teams, really realistically right on top of each other on the map.
It's all about nullifying that man advantage too, man.
First round, exactly.
It's all about nullifying that. If you can't do that, then it's problems. But that RK5 not going to come out on top there. Method's going to be by himself, finds one player. Now it's going to be a 1v1. You have Clayster versus Methods, 2 veterans in competitive Call of Duty, facing off against each. Awkward. Yo, back whack, patty act, son. That's it.
Now you might be wondering, well, Clayster, you just gave Methods points. Why'd you let him plant the bomb? Well, guess what?
Gets more points.
Earns himself the HC, that 200-point kind of victory he winds up getting there. Makes the big swing. FaZe continuing to run away with the search and destroy. This was a tough kill. I mean, this is one that I don't think Maven could convert. Thankfully, though, Clayster a little bit more skilled.
Yeah.
Look at
the slow motion. Oh my God.
That's just ruthless.
That was just brutal.
That can't be shown on stream.
You know what's crazy? It's the fact that a back whack with a pistol can kill you. It's like, if anything movies have shown me, all it does is knock you out. You know, but apparently, Black Ops 3, death.
The technology is now there.
The technology is there to create a one-shot back whack with the pistol.
3 HGs right now.
Yes.
This is FaZe right now are sitting pretty. This is the best thing they can ever have, and this is the setup you want. You bring the HG towards Tin. He winds up flooding out, and there's that little bit of kind of an advantage. It winds up giving your team, goes to chase out the kill, gets one, but Methods should be traded to FaZe are there, and you know FaZe are going to be ready to go with that one. Enable making it a 3-on-2. BL Fire and Perplexed once again in a tough spot to try to convert around for CLG.
The thing I liked about that play too, Courage, was the bait and switch that you saw.
That's
right?
all it is with an HG.
That's it, and that's something I've noticed that FaZe is doing very well. They tend to do that a lot on hardpoint, and Zuma needs to be careful right around this corner, but he's going to get picked off. Can he get the double kill? Because that's going to be Perplex. Perplex able to find one, charges him outside, but Enable was looking at that doorway and was able to make the connection happen. Now it's going to be Attach versus BL Fire, Attach and Enable versus BL Fire here. BL Fire needs to be careful and attach with that Locust. He has been a beast with that gun so far. What are they going to do here?
Well, you can see time beginning to wind down. BL Fire been near this side of the map the entire time. Now he'll begin to kind of see if he can get some more information. This is what you see all the time from search and destroy players. You've got to eliminate the options of where the opponents will be.
He's going to get picked now.
He's called the correct site, but as of here, he's been spotted. He's got one player right behind him, and this should be the trade coming in from Attach. 4-0 FaZe continuing to show their search and destroy prowess. I mean, and this is the crazy thing, right? They still have 2 more HGs to use. So what that does is it gives them, hey, we can if we for some reason lose this defense, we still have that for an offensive A or B push.
Yeah.
Major difference maker as it comes into the later rounds of this game.
But of course, on the other side, though, right? If you're a CLG, you know that clearly they have these HCs, right?
Oh,
so
definitely.
You saw how ineffective that first HC was. It crept around a corner and blew up right away. There was nothing that it could do there. So, honestly, I mean, so long as CLG is able to make those stops happen, that will be big for them. Nullify those HCs, nullify that advantage.
Yeah.
But, of course, for them, too, they need to get a point on the board because right now it is dangerous territory. 4-0 here, and Felony cannot stay alive. And look at this, right? The game that Felony had in that respawn game type, absolutely on fire. But this time around, Courage, 0-5, looking to open up a Dunkin' Donuts out in the Bronx, man. This kid, he needs to step it up here, maybe get a breadstick, get a Panera, who knows, we'll see. But
I mean, this is what makes Zuma such a lethal player, right? Like, look at the confidence he has right now. He continues to try to spot anybody middle map. Now it's Perplexed in the 1v4. He has been seen by Zuma. He'll try to go and give him the up easy. Not going to wind up working out there. Perplexed continues to run away, and he's trapped right here. He's got to try to push on through. It's not going to happen. FaZe
he knew he was done.
Round away from giving him the hot 6-0 and having Felony join the agency.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's the thing, right? Like, you have FaZe coming out huge in this S&D matchup.
Yep.
That nullifies any kind of momentum that CLG had in that hardpoint game. That's why these search and destroy games, right smack dab in the middle of a respawn game type, really just changes the pace.
And there's 3 of them in this best of 7. So
yeah.
if FaZe win the first one 6-0, that's a pretty good sign for them. As
it's always been like that. You win and lose by your S&Ds. Your search and destroy, that is it, right?
And now look at how they've kind of adapted on calling in this HC. Now they've got it further back. So currently, we could switch on over and see how the HC was playing that close wall this time. He spotted the player pushed up. Now Clay will begin to slowly move. The HC spotting the third person around that corner, and now it pushes up into A. There's one player it's trying to chase down. Clay will continue to follow this one up. He spotted one inside the site. He's really by himself here, which I would have loved to have seen a little bit more of a pressure for FaZe, but they've got players watching over the person who was controlling that HC. That was Enable. One pushed up on the side.
Fun fact, Enable was really good with RC cars as a kid, you know. But
that's how it was.
Unfortunately, Clayster just could not push those buttons quick enough because Felony is going to come in for that stop there. There's going to be a player right behind that car.
Look at how much now they're putting into this resource-wise. That's another HG getting called in. Felony on that A site kills it, so he's going to wind up getting out alive.
There goes all those HGs getting nullified.
It was a 4v3 in favor of FaZe. 2 HGs being used. Now just a 3-on-2. Love that decision. He's going to wind up backing up. Knows the player's going to try to challenge him. 2-on-2, make it a 1v1. BL Fire versus Attach.
And look at BL Fire. BL Fire actually has a specialist, so if he does want to clutch this up and keep his team in this one, I mean, you know, this is the opportunity to do so, right? Of course, that HC still for him, but there's not much he's going to get out of that one. And it's going to be a game of cat and mouse here as both teams, or both players, go on the hunt for one another. Attach, looking around, seeing if he can find him. Of course, he's just going to be to the left of that wall here as he creeps around the corner, gets caught from behind, and BLFire sees him. He's going to hit him with the pistol from behind, and that is going to be a round win for CLG. They're going to stay alive in this matchup. Beautifully played by BLFire.
And you know what the real difference was in that round, which helped BLFire clutch that one up? Typically, the bomb getting planted near that, obviously, tin side of the map, closer to that doorway, so you can spot it from tin, or you can go wrap around the map, which Attach, might do. Still, I think, has that sniper ready to go, where you kind of wrap around the map, you go towards small room right outside rails, you sit on top of the fence, and you can spot the bomb from the other side of the street. Attach, though, planting safely in the back corner, had to rush up and check on site. BLFire wound up catching him in that dark hallway, giving CLG a chance. Now, we did mention how much was put into it. I mean, it worries me that it might be a little bit too late for CLG, but we'll see what they can get done. Method's going to be the first one.
They have their specialists too, right? No one on FaZe.
Oh, this is huge. He hit the timing he needed right there. He was not.
This is huge, people, to be able to get inside of that bomb site so quickly as he creeps around the corner. He has to get that kill, and Methods is able to put that one on the board. Beautifully played there. Now you're going to see these players begin to rotate out because they got the call. Guys, they're over here. They're by the A bomb site. So this means it's going to give potentially CLG an opportunity to wrap around here and get those kills, but does not seem to be the case. And Attach, he's going in for it. He's able to find one. That HCXC blows up right in his face.
Oh, God.
Attach saw that other player in there as well. Methods is going to go down. And we're currently sitting at a 2v3. BLFire creeps around a corner there. Never mind. It's going to be a 2v2. Perplex looking for one. Can't get the shot off, though. BLFire by himself. Can he clutch it like he did last time?
Yes, he has an HC, but right there, Perplex needs to recognize, I still have a heat wave. That is a game-saving, a round-saving grace that I can use to my advantage. Instead, challenges a gunfight vision pulse now being used by the likes of Clayster to gather that information that, hey, we are safe right now near this A site, and it's going to be up to BLFire to clutch his miraculous 1v2. I mean, he does have the glitch ready to go, but the positioning from FaZe right now is just
going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. And he gets tagged and bagged there, gets glitched out, and they don't know where he's coming from again. He looks for one, but he can't quite do it because FaZe will lock it up 6-1. They will win game number 2 in this best of 7.
Yeah, and I mean, you saw right there. Look, how many HG cars did FaZe call in that game? 4? And I mean, that was even in that final round. Yes, BLFire had one, but an HG, while it is useful at times in Search and Destroy, a lot of people remember from the Invitational all the way back 2 months ago where Methods and CLG clutched up a round because of the use of an HG on their opponents. They sat on the bomb. The HG came in, didn't blow them up because Flak Jacket was on, and DT, I think it was against DT, wound up losing that game. So frustrating loss there for CLG. Obviously not what you want to see out of them after such a great Game 1 performance, but now we will be hopping into map number 3. The map will be Evac Uplink. One that, you expect to see maybe some sort of Afterburner or Blast Suppressor ban or even maybe Dead Silences. That's a fan favorite on Ricky on that map to kind of limit the amount the wall runs can be successful.
Yeah, that's right. This back whack was amazing. I loved it. Just, and again, just really just shows the intelligence of these players, right? To be able to know, like, hey, I got to keep up with these points. I want to make sure I get my HCXD. Sure. This is all pretty much what you'd want out of FaZe if you're a FaZe fan. But now it's going to be time for them to have to show up in that Search and Destroy matchup, or excuse me, in that uplink matchup, right? Felony, they can't allow him to go off again. BLFire, we saw what he was capable of before. These two players, they're going to be forces to reckon with going into this respawn. I
think one thing to point out as well is that was a team effort from FaZe, right? Everybody made a play that they needed to. Everyone had an impact on the game. It wasn't, one person going 0-9 and getting carried. It was 4 solid plays by FaZe members throughout that entire game. I think the series, obviously, now getting reset back down to what is basically best of 5.
Yeah.
So you can win the next 3 maps. Still 2 more Search and Destroys in this 7-game series, so FaZe have got to feel pretty confident with that one.
And it's quite surprising how, FaZe were able to come out on top with that Search and Destroy victory because, a lot of people who know the past of BLFire and Methods know that they are good Search and Destroy players, right? That's actually one of the game types where they made their name from.
Felony.
Felony as well, right? So, to get shut out like that, I think more or less spoke to how well FaZe played the beginning portion of that matchup, of that game 2 there, rather than, a flub on the CLG side. FaZe, they were just money, right? I mean, you had the Locust play from Attach, that, just getting those shots off mid-map, right, really setting the tone for that round.
Yeah.
That happened quite a bit throughout that series, and to be honest with you, I would not be surprised if it did rattle CLG a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be enough, though, to shake them in this uplink game, but it's going to be enough for FaZe to be able to get back into it motivation-wise.
Well, we